Okay, good morning. Today we are interviewing the one and only SHLOIME Field, and we're going to start off by playing a song. Okay, where do you grow up and where do you live now?
Okay, so I was born in Los Angeles, California. I lived there for until I was 7 years old, and we moved to Denver, Colorado. So I grew up in Denver, and then a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, we moved back to LA, same house. So I live in LA, born in LA, grew up in Denver.
Oh, where do you live now?
Live in LA.
You and um LA time is
LA time, it would be 11 to 9, 8:07.
8:07 a.m. Wow.
Right.
Um, where did you go from elementary school and for high school?
Elementary is 6th to the 8th, and high school's after 8th. Yeah, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
High uh, elementary school from first till eighth and ninth till 12th is high school.
Got it. Okay, so elementary, I went to the Cheder in Denver. Day school there, Gold Hill Academy. I went there till I was in 7th grade. I skipped 8th grade. And then for high school, I was all over the place. I went for Zman. I went to not Cleveland, to Chicago. And then, what's it called? Shariat here. And then I went to Baltimore. I was in Muncie, and then I went to. But when people ask me where I was for yeshiva, I know. So that's where I was the longest, and helped me grow.
Wow. Before we move on, where is your smiling coffee?
So the Schmeichling coffee, there's no coffee in it, but it's right here, mug. I think it's a very beautiful message to keep Schmeichling, to always be happy. Daily song.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where did you go for base memories or did you go to college?
So I didn't go to college. I went to Bismedish first year. I went to a yeshiva in Lakewood called Greenberg. It's a small yeshiva. That was last year. So this year I would really be in second year Bismedish, but I didn't go to Bismedish. I took a dorm counselor in my old yeshiva.
Oh. What did you do? You didn't finish base madrasa?
I mean, you mean I didn't finish?
Did you?
I went right. So, what do you mean by finish?
Like, um, let's say you are done base madrasa and you what did you do after?
So, I am a dorm counselor now in a yeshiva, Virginia. Um, I would be in second year base medrash, but I didn't go back to base medrash. So that's right. I guess you could say I didn't finish base medrash.
um Now you're a dorm counselor for yeshiva.
Yeah.
Uh, at what age did you start singing?
On a professional level,
No, when not on a professional level. When did you start singing? When you were 2, 3?
um, when I was about 8 days old, when I was getting a bris, my mother told me that I sang on a minor.
Wow. Yeah,
Kidding.
all all babies sing on a minor when they are having a birth.
I can't pinpoint exactly when I started to sing. Um, I always liked singing. Singing music was always a part of my family. It was always playing in the house. So I was always singing along to the music. Um, so I don't know, because I would say my whole life. I always loved it. I always enjoyed it.
Yeah. How many albums do you have out now?
I don't have any albums. I have two singles with one coming out in an hour. Mirat Hashem.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
No albums yet.
right.
Um, what is your favorite song of your singles?
Keep Schmeichling for sure. Keep Schmeichling for sure. It's the most, it's the song that came from me the most, meaning it came from my what I was feeling, what I wanted to express that I couldn't, that sometimes you can't express feelings, so you have to do it through music. So that was more, it was more part of me. So I say Keep Schmeichling for sure is my favorite.
Yeah. Um, what do you do when you're not performing?
So I don't perform much, but I'm a dorm counselor and I do social media managing as a job.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not up to performing yet.
Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Right now I just do it as a hobby because I like to. It's fun. It brings entertainment to
Yeah.
the more Jewish entertainment, the better. There's never enough.
Did you did you ever sing at the wedding?
So yeah, I sang by a couple. Never did a full wedding, but I sang by a couple friends, a couple cousins.
Okay. Who did you get inspired by to start singing?
That's a tough question. Inspiring. Well, I always. What do you mean by inspired? Like who helped me?
Who 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 did you look up to start singing?
Matti Steinmetz, probably.
Who is Mutzi Diamond?
He's a singer from Eretz Yisrael, Hasidic singer from Eretz Yisrael. He was one of my favorite. He was one of my favorite singers for at least 5 years now. I always loved his music, and I watch his videos daily, every single day, all day. That's all I did. 3 years ago, that's all I did. Watch his music videos. I was very, 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 very into him. And if you would ask any one of my friends back then, they would say all I talk about is Matti Steinmetz. So probably Matti Steinmetz inspired me.
Wow. Are you coming out with a new song, or you're working on an album?
Mirat Hashem, there's a couple new songs in the works. One's coming out today.
Oh.
The other ones are in the works, but to be out Mirat Hashem soon.
Um, how did you come up with your songs?
So keep schmeichling. So it's a funny story actually. I was in the studio with my producer, Stam, in the middle of the night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And we weren't there working on any songs. We were Stam there just having a good time. He was making beats, I was singing random things, just having a good time, And I had this idea. I mean, I had for a while my WhatsApp status, my Instagram, I have quote unquote this brand called Keep Schmeichling that has started a couple months before the song came out. And in the middle of the night, I was in the studio with my producer. I'm like, why not make a Keep Schmeichling song? Let's make a song about to Keep Schmeichling. He likes the idea, so he starts making a beat. And I didn't really like write down any lyrics, make whatever. I just started singing, and we fixed up a few things here and there. And it's basically how it came about. It was just I was what's the word? Freestyling.
Is that your number one hit?
I would say it's it's my most known song.
At what age did you start performing live?
The first time I performed live was almost 2 years ago, I think. Was it already almost 2 years ago? I believe it's almost 2 years ago. It was by a cousin's wedding of mine. And I walk into the wedding hall, and Shirley Green is there. Shirley Green was hired to be the singer. Shirley Green happens to be a good friend of mine. I knew him from a couple of years back.
You know Shirley Green?
Yeah.
Personally?
Yeah.
Can you hook me up with him?
Sure, text me afterwards.
Okay.
So Shirley Green was the singer by the Chasana, and I went over to him. We started schmoozing, whatever. This was right after he released his Thank You Hashem album. So, and he knew that I loved music and I loved to sing and all that stuff. So he told me to get on stage and sing a song during the Suda. So that was the first time I performed live.
At what age?
I was almost 18.
Wow. Who did you sing with, and who did you perform with?
Shirley Green, I think, is the only person I ever sang with.
That the only person?
Well, friends, but
so far.
What?
So far. There are there are going to be more times for you to sing.
Be'ez Hashem.
What kind of clientele do you want to sing for?
I would say my music hits more of the modern Hasidim modern, more than the Chanyakische Hasidim and the Yeshivish crowd. So that would probably, I mean, that's my style. So that would probably be where, if I was to go and start performing more, that would probably where I would land.
Um, before we get on to the last question, may I ask why Hasidim always have long payers? They can have short payers. It doesn't. Why it has to be long?
Right. So I think that I think it's based on an Ari from the Arizal Al Kaddish that I can't tell you the exact Ari. I never saw it inside. I never saw it, but I heard that the Ari writes that certain parts of the head, like over here by the payas, they have kedusha, so you shouldn't touch them. So we don't touch them. Let them grow.
Some people don't have payers. Some people have short payers. Some people have long payers. Like long, you know. Do you ever have Yanklu?
Of course.
He has long payers.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a style. Some people like it one way, some people like the other way. A lot of people have them long, like Yankalu, but just knip them and put it behind the ears.
Yeah, Rab Zusha has long payers.
Yeah, yeah, it's a style. Some people like it one way, some people like the other.
Yeah, some people don't like payers. Some people like payers. Some people like long. Some people like short. Some people like having payers out to hair.
Yeah, yeah. I personally like them longer.
Yeah. May I? Why Hasidim like long coats and wear them all the time, even in the heat? They wear them.
So it's. I can't answer for every Hasidic guy in the world, but what I think is, first of all, it's also a style. But in the olden days, that's what they used to wear back in Europe, long jackets. So
When 910 degrees, they are like melting. They have, even when they are melting, they don't take off the coat.
some people do. Some people do. Some people don't. I personally don't. I like to wear it. It's a sign of it's a self worth. You put it on. I feel like I'm a yid. I feel more than just the regular. You know what I'm saying? I'm a yid. So that's,
Yeah. Last question. What words of inspiration do you have for the world?
be you. Be yourself. Do what you want because you could. If you try to get it, you will get it. And keep schmeichling because life's gonna go on. Nothing's gonna stay. The hard times are not gonna stay. The good times are not gonna stay either. So just for example, I mean, if you have to go through, you have wisdom teeth, and you have to get them pulled out. It's not geschmack to get wisdom teeth pulled out, but you have to do it anyway. There's no other choice. So why be sad about it? It's not going to help. At least be happy while you can. So my words of inspiration: just keep smiling, because you could, and you have what to be thankful for, and you have what to smile about, and just go after the things you want to go after.
Mm. Thank you for letting me interview you, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
And
appreciate it.
I hope you have a rest, good rest of your day.
Thank you very much. You too.